Okay. We're going to start out with the Fairy Tarot. Let me see it. I really like this deck. It's nicely made. I like how it fits in my hand. And back of the cards. We're sitting by the stars tonight. I have the night lights on. I like to have Christmas lights on all year round. So I have a set of the white ones in here tonight. Oh yeah, for the collective. I feel like something big is happening right now. It just, for me, feels like an awakening, an eye-opener. A lot of people are talking online. I just ignore it because I don't do politics or religion. Just don't do those subjects. But the back and forth between the two men of power, let's say, who cares, because you know that it's all played, right? It's like scripted. And so don't let yourself get sucked in. And I'm using that as an example, but don't allow yourself to get sucked into these situations. Sit back, and this is what I taught my dog when he was a puppy. Watch, but don't react. You know, recognize, no react. That you can just sit and watch, you know, get your popcorn. Don't get involved, though. Like if this was one of those 1983 wrestling with Superfly Snuka and all the other guys, then, you know, you don't jump into the ring when the guy that you don't want to win is getting the upper hand, right? So it doesn't matter what's going on. Just watch, because you can tell that the earth is, I want to say metabolizing, but it's like alchemy, changing, expanding, ascending. I don't know that I want to use the word ascending, but I just feel there's a lot of big energy tonight. And it is 6th of June. So I did a reading earlier for Pisces. I'm seeing here, though, in my meditation, in my mind's eye, a vision of Earth is expanding, like it's doing a little bit of, as if we're giving birth to a new Earth. And that labor pains are not fun. Anybody who's had a baby can tell you all about it. And what I see is like all the different events that are all the explosions, I'm going to say, whether it's a drone hit some other country's things, or the president and the Doge guy going at each other, the volcanoes that have been erupting all over the place, okay? It isn't just one country. It isn't just one place. It isn't just one event. There's a lot of things, I want to say, exploding right now, okay? So Mother Earth needs our love. And I definitely feel like we're walking on the thin ice. So we want to watch where we step, and we do not want to get involved in other people's drama. Yes, it's good to be the hero and step in on certain situations. And then again, it's good to just sit back, observe, no, react, okay? All right, Spirit, show us anything that can go along with what I'm picking up. Collective. Wow. I like that. It's the Two of Swords. These are beautifully made cards. As you can see. But I see here that, and then the Six of Swords. Balance is that key. And I was saying that to Pisces earlier. But I really feel that's a universal thing where we need to find our balance right now. Okay? But you do have, you're on your way to something new here. You do seem to have the upper hand, no matter what they're coming at you with, whether it's somebody coming at you trying to argue with you right now, I definitely feel like you want your, well, maybe you want to keep your guard up, but you want your best interest at heart. Arguing back with them, if they're just being rude, just stand there and stare at them. You don't have to react to it. Let them be rude, and then hopefully they'll get the message. Um, but don't get entangled, okay? Just, you're enchanted. If you're here and you're seeing this message, I feel you need to know you're enchanted and that you have gifts that surpass what the human perception can achieve. Don't ask me to say that one twice. Boy, that was a mouthful. The spirits are coming through, and these are, good angelic beings that I communicate with. And what they're saying is that it's about the peace, keeping the peace, and spreading the love, okay? And being able to be at peace no matter what. I do see here 2 of Wands. Someone is coming in to join you on your quest. Doesn't matter if it's a lover, a friend, a business partner, whatever this is beneficial to you, as far as knowing that it's like 2 of Wands. We can see the future, and we want to stay focused on that. Excuse me. And not this 6 of Swords. Now, this feels like some of you are under some pressure right now. Some of you are coming up against it soon. But over the next, I would say 7 weeks, frankly. Because I feel like June and July are going to be some hot months in many different ways. It could be weather changes I pick up, and that includes like volcanoes and big waves. Watch the ocean is something that had come to me earlier. Watch the water, that's what it was. And I know a lot of people have said that phrase online. I feel like something's happening here where Earth is shifting. There's a guy I used to watch, and he talks about where to go when the, what is it? I'm sorry. SHTF, when it hits the fan. But he talks about where to go as far as in the world, where the poles are going to end up being and all of this. And he does, I guess, research on this. I used to find it really interesting to watch. But I'm feeling like right now, that's exactly the kind of pressure I'm picking up on, which is why I wanted to do this collective reading, because I feel this is a really important part of where we're going, okay? And I'm saving a couple of these for last. Bottom of the deck, by the way, Hierophant. And it does seem like, faith in ourselves, being honorable, staying in your honorability right now is really important. You've got the High Priestess and the Sun. High Priestess is grounding down your 2 of Swords. So to keep your mouth shut and just stand there kind of like you're holding back, you're not speaking everything. You're manifesting. You want things to come to you. You want things. And I want you to be in that presence of mind. And because this is not a channel just about reading cards. It really isn't. I want to share with you guys. And this is the brand new channel. We did have the other channel. I'm not using that one anymore. We're going to use this one full time. But there's like this expansion of your soul, and intuitively, High Priestess, keep your mouth shut. Just stand there and hold back. And no matter what this is trying to rock your boat here, because if you can see here, the waves here at the bottom, I hope you can see this. The waves, they're really trying to rock the boat. And she's got all these swords around her thinking, can I make this? First of all, yes, you can, because you've got the 2 of Wands. That's calm waters after it. So you will make it through this journey. Some of you are planning a journey. If you're going on vacation during the next 7 weeks or so, I would say plan wisely, and plan for being flexible. If things are upset during the process of planning it or going on it, if it's a trip, a vacation, or something of that sort, just be prepared for things to be held up or to be switched around, and it might get a little confusing, but remember, keep that Hierophant here, okay? This Faith, it's interesting because then you've got the Ten of Swords here, you've got the Lovers. For some of you, this is ending of something that was long going, okay? That was under the Hierophant. And that your faith is what brought you through to the end of it. For some of you, it's an ending to bad relationships, and there's a communion. For some of you, that feels like a lover is coming in, and for some of you, that feels as if, with our collective, we're finding our balance, you know, the feminine and the masculine energies, alchemizing as one, let's say, or because they're mutually beneficial to each other. And I really feel people are finally kind of balancing their male and their female, their feminine and their masculine, more accurately, energies. And this is, again, alchemy. They keep talking about alchemy. I've got the Nine of Swords here, which is, this is rooting down that Two of Wands. If you can sit in contemplation 2 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, and just focus on the now, focus on as if you've already got it, if you're manifesting things, focus on whatever the Six of Swords is in your life and what it represents. You're already past that point, what it's going to feel like. And you're going to see that the Two of Wands is balancing this Nine of Swords, because up in your head, this, you know, and this is our physical reality. And what I see is in your head, you feel like this is bothering you, but you're trying to keep this peace. On both sides, I have twos, by the way. You could be meeting this person. They could be a February baby. They could also be a Taurus. And I'm seeing here this, you know, your intuitive is going to bring you these rewards. There is no need to be carrying all of this weight. There's 9 swords there. You do not need to carry this. This is not all of your weight to be carried. And your High Priestess knows this. You're being genuine to yourself. You're going to do this. Bam. No more carrying other people's weight. Okay? I want you to emerge as your beautiful, unique, authentic, perspective self. I also have a surprise card here. Four of Swords. Rest is the key. Not jumping into... Sorry, I was playing in the garden earlier, so... I like messing with the dirt, and I gave away some lettuce tonight, which made me feel great. So, apologize if I'm still a little dark from the soil. It's like black mulch. Anyway, back to what I was picking up. Four of Swords, we need to rest. I apologize. I said, brain switch on us. And the Three of Cups. Listen, if you're invited to something, and I want you to listen to this deep, okay? This is a collective reading for everybody, all signs. If you are invited to go somewhere, and you are doing this celebratory, because this is usually gatherings and celebrations and things, right behind it is the Judgment card and Nine of Cups. And I see here, like, if that's where you're going, keep your mouth shut. Remember all that you have learned, all that you have healed from, all the destructions in your life, how they occurred. It's not about taking blame or who's responsible. It's, I went through this, what did I learn from it, okay? And that I definitely see here that you keep your guard up, because I feel the universe is trying to show you who's meant to be here and who isn't. And if they're not, let them go. Don't cling to things that are not meant for you, okay? Thank you, Spirit. I feel here that there's this energy of clinging to friendships and things, and you may be going to this party and find out that some of the people you thought were your friends or had your back really didn't, okay? But the truth seems to be coming. Remember, you're holding back because you know something. You're holding your tongue, because you know something here, okay? And then you're moving on and making, but it's bothering you because you like to be happy. You like to be honest. You like to be honest and truthful and upfront, forthcoming with things. But then, let me get these off of here for a sec. Then you've got this trouble brewing, and it's keeping you from, stop worrying so much, first of all. Cut it out. That's not good for you, okay? But I love you so much because you're learning here to just kind of go with the flow, knowing even though the rough sea may be around you, you're going to make this, okay? And you end up at this spot where you can finally rest. You're going to lay down these 9 swords, and your bonus is, okay, I get to rest. But there's also, this represents for a lot of people that this sun, once you lay down your swords, this is your happy ending. Time to celebrate. And for the first time in God knows how long, you're going to be able to go and rest. I mean, there's 3 here, you know, 4 swords, but I'm seeing 3 pillows. I see 4 swords. And they, you know what? They sort of look like torches, like 4 lights in your life. Yeah, one more card. Okay. Now, Earth Magic. I love these cards. We've got childhood, which is innocence. Okay, so back when you were a kid and you used to daydream about things, you would just allow your imagination to run wild. I want you to do that for yourself right now. That's part of the manifestation process. Act as if it's already here. If you already had it, you wouldn't be worried about when it's going to show up. And every single time you're checking it, like let's say you have an investment online and you keep checking it, cut it out and stop that. Go on with your business, knowing that it is coming. It's on its way to you. It's already here. How do I feel? How am I going to wake up in the morning with that investment, you know, blowing up in a great way for me? How am I going to feel when I get the new place or the new job or the new whatever it is, right? That you're trying to manifest. And how's the tea going to taste in the morning? And what is my routine going to be when I have all this wealth? Okay, these are the questions you want to be pondering on when you're manifesting, and feel those things. I don't even want you to think about it. I want you to feel these things. And you know what? For the collective, emotional journals right now, because I'm telling you, things are flying by really quick. Now here we have Earth Magic. It's the Fairies card. Connecting and grounding yourself is the best thing you can do when you collect all these energies, when you're out there in the world and you're picking up on these 6 of Swords, and it's really dragging your energy down. 9 of Swords, it's making you worry. For some of you, this might be a move of a job or a move of physical residence or something. Stop worrying about it. It's meant to happen the way it's going to end up happening. When you were a kid and you wanted something, you felt that's how you worked it with imagination. You feel what you would feel like if it was already there. And in your imagination, it is already there. So you act like that. And that's the key to manifesting quickly. Okay, but spring equinox, rebirth. This is exactly what you guys are going through, is a rebirth. And what did I say? It's like we're giving birth to a new earth. And sorry for the rhyming. Sounds like I'm, you know, that doctor, what's his name, Seuss. But we are. And Earth Magic, I find that ironic because one of the cards was Earth Magic. They're talking about the innocence and the rebirth of you. There are things about you, and I'm not talking about your physical body, but about what you can utilize in your physical body. Things that you used to be able to do as a kid because you used your imagination, and you have completely forgotten about them as the years went by. Okay? Now, like, you're going from this over here, this 2 of Swords, to the 9. You're completing something. You're in completion mode. And I definitely see, you know, the bonus card and the other one. 3 of Cups and 4 of Swords. This could be a gathering. For some of you, this might be a wake or a funeral. For some of you, this is showing me that there is happier times coming. You've got a reason to celebrate, but rest. Rest is a key right now, okay? And that you will be able to get rest. This worry will end. and you will be able to get that rest you have been looking for, okay? So take this with a grain of salt. Keep what resonates, discard the rest. I hope this helps. If there's anything you'd like to talk about or ask questions about, write it in the comments, leave a like, subscribe, whatever. And if you do want a private consultation, you can always reach me at 801-341-4781 or call 866-923-8423. I'm extension 25031, and you can get a hold of me that way. And you can also donate to the channel, but I really don't have anything set up yet. So I appreciate, you can send me a tip when you go to 866-923-8423. You can actually leave me a tip if you wanted to for now. That's how I'll do it, okay? But I just want to know, did this resonate with you? And if so, how? And what are you picking up right now? Because the energy is, apologize for this, I'm just getting over something. The energy is such that it's like exploding in our lives. And I want you to take a deep breath and calm the heart chakras down and go more into soul, and let this one lady, beautiful reader, she said it's like an emergence, like something inside of you. And then immediately I felt like, okay, like a lotus flower coming right out of our chest and blossoming right there in front of us. And so, yes, we are, and there's all this, like, I know when I was located in Hawaii, and we would have the volcanic explosions, and it would come down the hill behind where we lived, a couple neighborhoods over. But I mean, it took away all this land, but it comes back with such rich nutrients. That lava is filled with tons of nutrients, where plants are just able to thrive. You stick them in between, you stick a coconut in between two of the rocks, and it will grow a tree, So it's just, to me, amazing. And I see here that that's what you guys are going through, is this rebirth here in your life. And that the best magic you have is exactly what you started life with. That innocence that you've been carrying all this time, this is you guys. And act like your children again. I don't mean like when you're out in public and act like an idiot. I want you to still be a responsible, silly adult. But knowing that is still within you, that you can still use those powers that you've had since you were a little kid. Somewhere along the way, I bet somebody told you to shut up and stop doing it because it was scaring them or whatever. Well, it's safe now. I give you permission. Use your gifts and enjoy this. This is going to be a memory you're going to hold for the next 30 years, no matter what your age group is. So that's what I have for you today for the collective, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for being here, guys. This was my pleasure, and I hope that you found this as a useful reading for you. Take it easy.